hold the light aloft, the candle light of return to earth from sky, hold the light aloft, the candle light. There were times when I had years alone, dark times when my heart that had been broken open by Tara Jodie's ascension. I kept playing music when I was asked, but it became more and more difficult, and for a period I took a break from it. I was also in deep financial debt because most of my work, and I did work quite hard, most of my work was voluntary. I didn't earn income. So I went to my spiritual teacher one day and I just said, would it be okay if I made income from music? Could I be like a popular singer and just make a good amount of income and do more of it? And my teacher looked at me with all the love that she always had, and she just said, no, you're a church singer. And while I was perhaps a little bit disappointed, I was also very, very elated and comforted. But at least I knew, I knew, just sing in church, sing for the divine, sing for spirit. And so we meet in sweet, sweet love. And so we meet unceasingly. As fire consumed, surrendered be, falling, falling. Falling free, falling free. New life. A dear friend of mine, David, had been living in Canada and he returned to live in Australia again. And when he returned, he and my partner at the time and another close friend of David's, the four of us got together and formed the Bhakti band. Bhakti being Sanskrit for devotion. And we rehearsed a lot. And then we found a gig at the local yoga centre, and we played there once a month on full moons. And we did 2.5, 3-hour sessions perhaps. They were quite long, they were all afternoon. They finished up around dinner time, and the venue gave us a free vegan feast meal at the end of every performance, or whatever it's called when you sing devotional songs for people. I realised for the first time in my life I was actually singing for my supper, and I enjoyed that idea. It was during this time I sang a mantra that I loved, Om Mani Padme Hum. And during this I started to have visions. I started to see the refugees drowning and people struggling around the world. And then I realised while I was singing I could also use it so much as prayer. So the music became very much prayer for asking for help to go to those people who were suffering. The music had always had a very special quality, but it was now becoming much more an act of prayer. After 11 and a half years, my wife at the time and I parted, and these were major changes. I'd given up a lot to try and support my marriage, and I had very deep disappointments, and I went walkabout again, not the first time this life. And I stayed in various ashrams up along the east coast of Australia. I borrowed a guitar sometimes, and I joined in with the ashram singers, offering a mantra here and there, learning songs from the monks and the sannyasins, sharing songs that I knew. But I did stop playing music after that for quite a while and just listened to music as a support. Govinda Krishna Vasudeva Hari Kanchandrika Gauri Krishna Vasudeva Govinda Krishna Vasudeva Hari Kanchandrika Gauri Krishna On return, I heard that Lawrence was back in Australia and another friend was going through a major surgery, so I left my walkabout and came back home. And on that return, we were invited to put on some music at a half-flow healing centre in Bacchus Marsh. And Lawrence, David and myself played music for a few hours. I managed to put together 3 songs, and I managed to sing them maybe a bit rusty, but I got through them, and I loved that. I think everyone enjoyed that concert. And for me, it was a coming back into life again, coming back into the group spirit and the music. A very close friend, co-worker, Chandra, was going overseas and invited me to do some work with her in Ireland and Scandinavia. We got to Ireland, and I'd only just got the confidence up with my close friends to do some music. And the host we were with, a dear man, Niall O'Sullivan, he very shyly asked me would I sing a song for his group. He'd gathered for an evening, and he just said, would you sing a song? And it was difficult for me, but I said yes, I would. And then as we walked across to where the group was gathered around the fire, Niall said, Actually, I told him, you're going to sing a lot of songs, so I hope you've got it in you. I hope you've got it. And I did. I sang a song, and then the people wanted more, and I sang another one, and they encouraged another one, and so I kept singing, and then I started saying, doesn't anyone else here sing? No. Have you got another one? So I'd sing another one. And eventually, one woman sang, and it was beautiful. It was incredible to hear how much heart this woman had, and how much she shared in her song. I'd done my best, and then some of the others started singing as well, and incredible. And it was really the beginning of getting my life back again, of getting my heart back again. And the music was born again in me, in a beautiful land, a land I've always loved. I spent most of my life trying to get there, and I got to Ireland 3 years in a row. Had a lot of healing. As one we walk this earth together, as one we sing to her our song, as one we love, as one we heal her, her heart beats with our own as one. As one we walk this earth together, as one we sing to her our song. On return home, Chandra had organised a journey to Uluru. We hired a car, and on the way from Uluru to Katajuta, some music on the radio, which was an Australian artist singing about the heart of Australia. Something happened in me that I felt, being in the centre of the desert, in the centre of the country. There was enormous heart, spiritual heart. I'd been disappointed going up the East Coast, just how overdeveloped my country had become. But here in the desert, there was spirit, and there was an absence of all the clutter and the overcrowding and overbuilding and overdeveloping. Here, I was in the heart of Australia, and it was very, very present. As we approached Katajuta, I felt this enormous spirit radiating from that centre, and it spoke to me very directly, an inner voice that said, take this where you travel. Take your experience of this heart with you into the work you do as you travel. And I did. I returned to Denmark with Lawrence and sang some of the songs I'd written with Chandra about the Olgas, Mother Dreamtime, and this loving red heart that I found in the centre of my own country and very, very deep within my own heart. Lawrence returned again to stay for 2 months. So David and Lawrence and Pierre and myself, we got together again and we played mini concerts, music afternoons. We played at a friend's house on Holy Thursday, and we had a lot of other friends from overseas come to our concerts. It was wonderful. Lawrence had time, so we got on the road and we went up the East Coast. We did concerts in Brisbane, in Lismore. We just played wherever we went. Lawrence was returning back to Denmark, and we organised for me to go back as well and join him. And we put together a music tour where we would go to Ireland, Norway, Denmark, East and West Coast, and Iceland. And it was very easy organising it, because we just said, what about we go here, then there and there. And we organised it, but doing it was a lot more work and complicated. We actually did about 5 concerts in 3 countries in 1 week at one stage, which was quite exhausting. But we did manage, and our dear friend Niall organised 3 venues for us in Ireland, which we couldn't get any response when we asked people ourselves, but Niall, being Niall, was able to just ring around and make it happen. In Ireland, at the Hill of Tara, very revered place in Ireland, Lawrence and I got to stay next to the venue, looking out over the beautiful fields. And we got to sing a song called Return to Ireland. Chandra had written the lyrics the year before, and I found the music on my way to doing this tour with Lawrence. We got ready. Niall had organised a lovely audience for us in a beautiful venue. And when we were just about to start singing, I heard an inner voice in my ear, and it was very clear. It was very strong, and it said, "Tonight you sing for the whole of Ireland." So I felt great responsibility and also a sense of beauty, in a way, to be told such a thing from Spirit, that we were singing for the whole of Ireland, not just for the people in the room with us. And I loved it when Spirit spoke to me so clearly and so obviously.
From stone to tree, from hill to glen, surrounded by water, I call my children home. I am the heart of fire, I call my children home. I am the heart of fire, I call my children home. From these shores, these mountains, I sing my song of love. I am the heart, Eru, I call my children home.
Composing music. Chandra gave me many lyrics, and I began to put music with them. These became songs that I loved to sing. I felt great resonance with Chandra's lyrics. There was something about them, very deep things. They somehow just felt right, and I got to make music and sing these songs everywhere I went. They were often very esoteric, but I had a strong resonance with them. I also got to write some songs with Inger from Denmark. Inger gave me some beautiful lyrics.
Joy in the beauty of your eyes, I see the peace you bring to us.
after touring with Lawrence, we toured over 2 years in Australia a couple of times, and in Denmark, in Norway we sang, in Iceland, in Ireland. We went to Amsterdam to a dear man there, Benjamin. Benjamin had a recording studio, and Lawrence encouraged me to make the journey where we could make a studio album. The songs I sang, and it kind of just happened during the day, where we did one song and then we did another one. And because I'd never done any studio work before, I just asked Ben and Lawrence, could we just do it like Lawrence and I had done in concerts, where we just sang, and then Benjamin added keyboards afterwards, and it became the CD Heartbeat.
This heart, this life, one heart, one light, this earth I bless for thee. This heart, this light, one heart, one light, returned redeemed to thee. Land of my heart, my soul's desire, land of Michael's holy fire, land of my blood, of Isis light, this land I bless for thee.
So my life was full and quite busy and very active and doing things that I really enjoyed doing, but there was something missing. I was wanting a partner, was wanting companionship, and I prayed for 4 years that I would find her, and eventually I did. We were living in 2 different countries, in Denmark and in Australia, and we had met a few times, but suddenly there was love, and very beautiful, strong, very high, divine love, and personal. And I was telling my mentor as I was heading back to Denmark, I said, I'm found love, I'm in love. It's a wonderful thing. And my mentor said to me, well, maybe don't forget, love is fire. And on my way to the city, in my car, I came into a traffic jam. And in this traffic jam, this song started to come. And I named it Into the Fire, Daughter's Song. And it was about the love I found with Daughter, and how I realized that the love was also divine, and that the divine love is present for us all, always. It's up to us, our karma, our timing, our readiness, our willingness, our courage to open to it, because the love is there.
My heart bursts open in gratitude and wonder. This love awakens me to joy into the mystery, into the wonder, into the love of life, into the garden, my love. You are all that I hoped for. You take me into your heart. Early on we chose not to contain this, but to allow it to run its own course. I feel each of us on fire, burning in the oneness. My heart calls me to be all that I am for this new life.
daughter and I received an invitation to go to Iceland, and we got to play music there, putting on a small concert for a lovely group of people. It was a very, very special time, and we're very grateful for it. We also got to play in Copenhagen with Lawrence. We got to play in Esbjerg. We got to play in Australia in many different venues and places with David and with Pierre. Another song that came when I was staying with daughter in Denmark, in the countryside. I was walking down a dirt road next to the cornfields, and I just had the idea, gee, I'd like to have a new mantra song that I could sing. And within seconds, words started to come to me. Ram, Shri Ram, Jai Ram. So I sang as I walked down this country road, and when I got home, grabbed the guitar, put some chords to it, and a little while later, when I was back in Copenhagen, I met Lawrence. Some special songs. The music has given me a sense of expansion of my consciousness. It's also given me an opportunity to share a reverent expression of spirit. I love music. I love life. I don't like the darker, heavier times, but I can appreciate all of life. I love that we are loved by the divine, that we are loved by life, even if we have to go through very difficult times. Some of the special songs, just mentioning two of them, both lyrics from Chandra, One Heart, One Earth. It's become like a sacred anthem, and I've sung it every place I've been since then. It's been sung in Denmark, in Iceland, in Ireland, in Norway, and all around Australia. Another very special song is Blessed Union. Chandra had given me the lyrics 20 years earlier. The tune came relatively quickly and it was quite simple in the chords. But there was something about it that I wasn't ready to share it. I didn't feel like I'd found the deeper nuances in the music. I revisited the song each year or often, but it was 20 years after the lyrics came that I found that I was confident to have a go at singing it.
God exists within my heart. My heart unites with yours. Together we embrace the one that slowly we become one heart, united, strong. heart of a voice within the eternal cold rock, within the guardian wall, become one heart.
My father passed early 2020, and I was asked to be the minister at his funeral. My father had asked me to sing "Oh Danny Boy" at his funeral. I sang it at my father-in-law's funeral, and my father's comment was, "You can sing that at mine as well." I'm not sure I wanted to sing it at his funeral, but I was the minister, and that put me in a place where I was already challenged, but in the spirit of serving that occasion. And daughter supported me enormously by playing on her guitar so I could focus on the singing. It was a very special experience. I didn't sing it very loudly, but I was able to sing it with all my heart. For my love for my father and my family, and to represent my father in front of all the people who knew him, who came to his funeral, to give them something of him that he'd given me, a love of music and a knowledge of music. I was very thankful for my experience of being able to put myself aside when singing, when offering music, as it served that occasion well.
Hearts of starlight, return to earth. We are calling, calling, calling. We are calling. We are calling, calling, calling. We are calling. Our children's return to the heart of the womb. We are calling, calling, calling. We are calling. We are calling, calling, calling. We are calling. Let all seekers be sold, all lost are found. We are calling, calling, calling. We are calling. We are calling, calling, calling. We are calling.
During lockdowns, we weren't allowed to meet with people, so we weren't able to offer music. So the music went very quiet, but I was able to go back over many old recordings and make videos, put them on YouTube, so that they're just there for whoever might be wanting to listen to them at any time, or to be discovered perhaps, but very much projects with non-attachment. Millions of videos are posted every day, but they're out there. One of the main foci of my spiritual teacher's teachings was that of selfless service, the joy that comes from just giving of your best, giving of your spirit, giving of your all, with the gifts that you've been given. So in conclusion, I've made a short list of just some of the things that come to mind when I think about music. The music has been a major blessing for my whole life. It's given me contact with varied and deep feelings, especially when I was a child. It's helped me with inner peace when I was troubled by darker heavier aspects of life. It stirred passion within me when I needed strength. It supported me finding confidence, singing about positive things. It stimulated courage. It's given me the impulse to never give up, always keep going. Music has opened doorways to other worlds, especially to heart and soul and spirit and oneness. It's been a creative tool for prayer. It's how I've been able to invoke blessings for the earth and humanity, or for people I love, or for people I don't know. It's comforted me in times of great distress. It's inspired me. It enlivens me. It gives me connection to more grand experiences of life. Beautiful. And I'd like to conclude this presentation by playing just a short segment of a song that I wrote within it called Let Us Sing. And this is a very gentle anthem to acknowledge how beautiful and precious life is, what we can give to help awaken and enliven all, to celebrate life.
Let us give to Mother Earth the pledge of peace we will give her, and let us sing to